Meals that wrap themselves around you and feel like a warm hug are essential during the colder months. I'm cooking 2 of my favorite cozy meals, and I hope you give them a try and enjoy. The first recipe is by Gaz Oakley. I've made this lasagna so many times over the years, and I enjoy it each time as if it were the first. Start by chopping an onion into eighths, which will be used for the bechamel sauce. To a saucepan, add 4 cups of oat milk, the onion, 1 bay leaf, a pinch of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, and 1 teaspoon of sea salt. Stir occasionally over medium heat while preparing the ragu. For the ragu, chop a red onion, celery, eggplant, and zucchini. Keep the red onion and celery separate from the eggplant and zucchini. I really like this recipe because even though it is time consuming, it makes about 6 servings for me that I can have for dinners over a few days, or it is a hit at dinner parties. It also freezes really well, so I'll freeze 2 servings to pull out for dinners on nights that I don't want to or don't have time to cook. Next, warm olive oil in a saucepan over medium heat, sauté the red onion, celery, at least 3 cloves of minced garlic, and add salt to sweat down the vegetables. After a few minutes, stir in the eggplant, zucchini, and 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning or mixed herbs. Let this cook down for a few more minutes, then add vegan ground beef. I like to use the Gardein brand. Stir and let this cook for another few minutes. Then deglaze the pan with balsamic vinegar and add 2 14.5-ounce cans of chopped tomatoes and 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, which I had originally forgotten to add for a few minutes. Add the lid and cook down for about 15 minutes. Next, in a smaller separate saucepan, make a roux for the bechamel sauce by melting half a cup of vegan butter and then adding half a cup of flour. Mix this continuously for a minute or so until the texture looks like a paste. I separate the infused milk from the rest by straining it into a bowl and transferring the paste into the pot. Then slowly whisk the milk a little at a time. This is optional, but for more of a cheesy flavor, add in 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast and 1 cup of vegan mozzarella, and whisk until the texture is creamy and even. Then, in an 11 by 13 inch baking dish, I layer the lasagna with ragu, bechamel, and then the lasagna noodles. I have 3 layers of ragu and bechamel and 2 layers of lasagna noodles. The bechamel sauce should be the top layer. I never know when to preheat the oven. Either I wait too long and have to wait a long time for it to preheat, or I do it too early and it runs for way too long. But anyways, then put the lasagna into the oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. Bake for 45 minutes and enjoy! The next recipe is a creamy wild rice stew by Carly from Plant U. Start by chopping an onion, 2 stalks of celery, 1 large or 2 small carrots, and 1 sweet potato. After I chop each vegetable, I add it to a large pot. I like this meal because it is quick and easy, and the most time-consuming part is merely chopping the vegetables. To the large pot, add in a large drizzle of olive oil. When I cook down vegetables for soups and stews, I personally like to add in a sprinkle of black pepper. Cook and stir occasionally for 5 minutes. Then add at least 5 minced cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, and 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Sauté for about 7 more minutes until the vegetables cook down. Then add 1 cup of wild rice and stir. Next, add 6 cups of vegetable broth and 1 drained and rinsed 15.5 ounce can of chickpeas. Bring the soup to a boil, lower the heat, and let it simmer with the lid on for 30 minutes or until the rice is cooked. The recipe calls for 2 handfuls of kale, but I added in much more because I had a lot to use. Then I added a 1/4 cup of coconut milk, but you can also use cashew butter or tahini. Add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, stir, and serve. I felt like the stew was missing something, so I ended up putting a little bit of pure maple syrup for sweetness, and it was delicious. I linked both recipes in the description. If you give them a try, let me know how you like them, and let me know if you'd like to see more cooking videos like this.